I'll be sharing my slide. I will be sharing my slide. I will be sharing. Oo, opo. Sige po. Here. Can everyone see my slide? Okay. So, yes, good morning everyone. I'll be presenting this. Alright. Okay, so, marinig na po ako? Is my audio loud and clear? Okay, sige. Good morning. I'll be presenting to you about the risk communication and community engagement initiatives of Reach Health Project. So it's generally titled as Communicating with Communities on COVID-19. So this is the project framework of Reach Health. So we have the 4 core strategies: the delay, contain, mitigate, and learn. So for this morning's presentation, I'll be focusing here on this part, in the part of delay, which is composed of the birth capacity strengthening for RCCE, and also the development and dissemination of COVID-related messages. For the Reach Health Project sites, we are in Visayas, so in Iloilo City, Cebu City, and Cebu Province. For Mindanao, ito po yung pinakamaraming areas in the country in our Reach Health Project sites. We are in Zamboanga City for Region 9, Cagayan de Oro for Region 10, Davao City for Region 11, and in BARM, we cover Cotabato City, Maguindanao, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Aside from this, our colleagues from the Johns Hopkins University, they partnered with the Breakthrough Action Project, and they were able to provide technical assistance in developing messages in the campaigns for online platforms and social media platforms such as the Healthy Pilipinas. We can see them, of course, in they have websites, Facebook, and several other platforms. And of course, the BIDA campaign, focusing on the 4 key behaviors. And also, our partners of Breakthrough Action were also able to contribute to the online trainings on RCCE, which began, I think, sometime in April or May, and ended in July. So for this morning, I'm going to present the material on communicating with communities for COVID-19 for birds. So this training module focuses on how are we going to provide guidance for the birds in engaging with their communities, talking about COVID-19, and hopefully we will enable the people in the communities to at risk to take informed decisions so that they can also protect themselves and their loved ones. So of course, we did not deviate from our source material, which is the DOH approved guide for community health workers, volunteers, and social mobilizers. So basically, this training module has been streamlined, and this was already approved by the DOH National last August 14, just last week. Okay, so these are basically the 3 materials that have been developed. For RCCE for birds, the presentation material, and there's also the training module for the facilitators, and also we want to do the monitoring, so we have this how to track the RCCE birds training. It's part of the materials to be given to the facilitators. So, sino po yung we expected that can do this training. So our facilitators and trainers from our government agencies, and we will also try to reach out to LGUs, municipal health officers, and some other NGOs that we will partner with to train the birds on COVID-19. So these are the materials. The module will contain about this learning objectives, the content, and several other messages on how to do this training module, including pre-test and post-tests. So what is inside this RCCE for birds? It contains the role of birds in COVID-19, the general messages and messages for key specific groups, and of also communicating in difficult and specific situations. So if you can see, these are really based on the original RCCE guide, which was released by DOH in April. So at the end of the training, hopefully the participants will have a better understanding of people's behaviors and the reactions. So it's also about handling people's reactions, about the birds' roles in responding to people's reactions and behavior, how they can also, as frontliners, they can also protect themselves and others, how to correct messages, how to handle hopefully myths and misconceptions, so that the birds can also disseminate these to various audiences, and how to empathize and manage difficult and specific situations, and also giving them some key communication skills so that they would be also equipped in how to talk to these different audiences. For us in Reach Health, the training was originally designed for online or classroom type delivery. Originally for TOF, where areas will be capable for online platforms, we will do this via Zoom. In most of our areas, we propose to begin this September, week 1. And for Maguindanao, I learned this morning that they want to do it next week. So that's a good development. So hopefully this August 27, we can proceed in Maguindanao because they want to cover the 36 municipalities. And we also plan to involve the regional, provincial, city HEPOs and information officers. And if possible, we will also involve the COVID point persons in COVID sites in coordination with the DILG. And all of us in Reach Health, we will involve our provincial and city technical officers and our monitoring and evaluation associates if they are available. And since we also have partners, the CSO, in our project sites, so far there was one we can already go through with MOSEP in Maguindanao, so they can already begin. And during the said training of facilitators, we will include the planning for the rollouts for their specific communities. And we also like to share with you this pleasant initiative in Cotabato City. We were able to train because they asked for it, they requested for this community radio talents of Radio Gandingan. So we were able to train 20 participants. Aside from the community radio talents, from the grassroots talaga sila, we were also able to involve the LGU, the planning officer, the information officer, and HEPO of Cotabato City. So these information officers, the HEPOs, they will act as parang advisors when the community radio talents develop the succeeding radio spots, advisors on the content of the messages. So, ito yung mga naging partners namin. A participant from Popcom BARM was also able to attend. So, they will provide messages or provide guidance on family planning messages. So, during that said 2-day training, the participants were able to develop 7 radio spots right there and then. And about actually 4 key BIDA messages. about family planning, adolescent healthy behavior, and GBV messages, gender-based violence messages. They plan, and actually they're already beginning to do it through the regular broadcasts via RMN, DXMY, AM station. Uh, these are being hosted by the community radio talents from 13 barangays in Cotabato City. And RMN, DXMY, or Radio Gandingan station, their broadcast could reach in many areas of central Mindanao, not only in Cotabato City. So here are the broadcast slots. It's not daily, but uh, uh, other daily, Tuesday to Saturday, and on Wednesday, medyo longer yung kanilang broadcast time. So during that said training, they were able to develop a 2-month plan to involve these various messages, and hopefully with this pleasant experience we had, we hope to replicate this strategy to Basulta areas as well, and we will try to consider the cultural context of, especially in the messaging for gender-based violence and family planning. Some pictures of the 2-day training with Radio Gandingan. And in summary, these are what we have been doing so far with BERTS and RCCE. So we have the training manual and materials. And so far, we were able to train facilitators and BERTS strengthening in Davao, Maguindanao, Basilan, and Tawi-Tawi. And these were birth strengthening rollouts conducted already with various partners and in different areas as well. And also, we were also able to give out COVID-19 primers for distribution to communities. Actually, we were also able to distribute the original RCCE guide during the training with the Radio Gandingan community radio talents. We printed it based on the PDF file given by DOH. And also, from the national level, a job aid, a fan with essential info about COVID-19 shall also be sent out to the birds very soon. So it was still shipped to Davao City. And again, this the partnership with Radio Gandingan. So I think that's all. Maging maingat at ligtas, at thank you all for listening. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Playing the complex, it said she will remember this, so I'm kind of wondering if she's going to come back and stab me.
Yes. Yes. The materials.
Have you guys heard of Opera GX browser? Probably. Opera GX browser is one of the world's first.
Yes. Yeah, actually I have the audio files, but I can't play it. No, I want to share the audio files, but unfortunately I can't play it on my laptop. I tried it last night. I'm going to ask for new files again. I'm so sorry. But I think I can show on the, how can I make this bigger? They have this, wait, okay. Actually, they made, aside from delivering it in audio format, they were able to write it so that we can understand, because they have translated this in Maguindanao. So all of these materials, they also wrote it down so that we from Rich Health who don't understand Maguindanaoan could also understand what the messages are about. So for example, this one, um, can you see the screen? But it's not really, it's still in Maguindanaoan, but during the presentation they made this into Tagalog. They wrote this down, the messages, and they translated it to Tagalog so we in Rich Health could understand what they were talking about. I will be able to share, hopefully later, yung workable um, audio files of the said radio spots. Every week they make new radio spots, so it's really exciting to know that they're doing it themselves. Over. Yes, ma'am. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. It would really be possible, Miss Reg. Kasi if we do it online, we can just share the link to whoever who are interested and with the capability to join this TOF online. If we do it on the first week of September, actually we can have several episodes because we want to reach more. Our objective really for RCCE is reaching a wider audience and capacitating more, replicating ourselves so that more people will be able to train others as well. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes po. Thank you po. And they can also translate to their local languages our same RCCE materials. But of course, they have to see to it that they do not deviate from the real meaning of what the materials are about. Over. Thank you.